that they're not equal to, because if there is a difference, that they're not equal to. So mu1 is not equal to mu2, and that's their claim. So instead of saying like it's greater than 30% now or it's greater than a certain amount, all we're doing is saying one group is bigger or less than or equal to the other. All right, so let's draw a picture. We're using alpha equal to 0.05, two-tailed test. Look at your z-chart. Figure out what our rejection region should be. I'm going to give you a second to try it yourself. Did you guys get negative 1.96 and positive 1.96? Did you look up 2.5%? Remember, it's two tails, and alpha is 5% together. So you should look up 0.025 in the middle of the chart. Okay. All right, now we got to do this big mess. X bar 1. So z equals x bar 1 minus x bar 2 divided by big square root sigma squared You guys know where all these numbers are coming from? I'm just following the formula and filling in the stuff from California and Illinois. All right, let's go back in time. Do you guys remember PEMDAS? Okay, so your calculator follows PEMDAS like religiously, right? Order of operations. So what it's going to do, look up, it's going to do the squaring first, and then the division, and then it will add these afterwards. So really, all you need is to make sure that this whole thing is under the square root and that the top is in parentheses, and you should be able to do it all at once. So go ahead and try it right now. If you do it right, you should get negative 0.82 for your z-score. That's going to hit in the null. Caitlin needed some help. Brennan, did you get it? Around the bottom in the square root. It depends, like you got a newer calculator, right? So shouldn't it make the big square root for you? now you can just take the whole thing, 1,045 squared divided by 250 plus. My calculator doesn't have the big square root over everything, I'm happy, so. All right, so that means that I accept the null. And reject the claim that there is a difference between Illinois and California credit card debt. Okay. So, the process gets a little bit more complex, but do you feel like you already know most of this almost? Because it's really not too different. I mean, I guess the null and the alternative look a little different. Formula is more complicated, but that's about it. Why don't you sit with your partner right now, and let's just rearrange partners. Brennan and Caitlin, why don't you go together? Natalie and Rihanna, you want to go together? And Emma and Mason? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this up here, and you can just check your work against me when you go. I think we do have to write down some extra data for these. So here's for Virginia. In Texas. Okay. All right, there's all the data you need. All right, I'm going to go for it up here so that the people watching this video don't have like, I don't know, an hour of dead time while we figure this out. Compare your answer to mine. When you're done, talk to your partner, go through it together. Actually talk to each other. You guys are accidentally not talking at all of you, like the whole class. Now, be careful here. Notice that I made Virginia all of my 1s and Texas all of my 2s.